Greetings, viewers. This is CP666 signing on for a video involving this Toshiba Tecra A8, which, even though it's not really privy to the video, I'm sure somebody's going to ask. It bases itself on a Core Duo. I think it's a T2300 CPU. I forget how much memory it's got. It can't be more than a gigabyte. And it is running Peppermint Linux, and that is going to be the subject of the video. We're going to be upgrading Peppermint from Peppermint 9 to Peppermint 10. This is currently running 9, and I'm going to show you how to upgrade to 10. At least in theory. This machine is rather slow, so this will probably take a while. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to change our package sources. So as the super user, we're using the command sudo or super user do. Okay, so the file that you actually need to modify is in sources.list.d. This is where you can put additional sources lists or sources that you can download packages from. We want peppermint.list. I don't think I could do... Oops. Oh, we can. There we go. Cool. And we want to change this to P10 if I can. There we go. P10. And this down here should also say P10 rather than P9. The guide I'm following personally doesn't say anything about these respin things. I'm going to change it anyway. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We can always remove it later. Hopefully it doesn't screw anything up. And now we need to update our sources lists. So that's apt-update or sudo apt-update. We'll see what it happens to do. Well, respin seems to work. So that's cool. So we'll let that go, and then we'll do our next thing. Again, it's not really privy to this video, but as you can see, this thing is really having a hard time working properly. I really don't know why it does this. I've got another system that's got a T2300 CPU, and it runs rings around this one. It's very interesting. So we'll wait for that to finish. It should tell us that we've got a myriad of updates that we need to install, but we will hold off on those for right now. Now, before we do anything, we need to get rid of the following package, which is mint install-flatpak-support. So we'll do that, assuming that's actually the correct command to do so. And it'll probably take a while. It might error out because it might not actually be installed. Now we are going to install mint install. That's the next one that we'll have to do, which hopefully will work. There's no guarantee, though. Especially since it seems to be taking a while. If it doesn't work, you won't see this video. Okay, here we go. So that's what we're going to do. It'll run its little upgrade thing, and it'll come back when it's finished. And now, we're going to run a distribution upgrade. This might take a little while. Because it should upgrade quite a bit. In theory, we'll see how much it's going to do. Not as much as I anticipated. We'll just run it, and I'll come back when that's done. Okay, so now that this is finished, we are going to go to the menu. Wait for it to open. We go to Settings, Customize Look and Feel. Keep forgetting about the narrow field of view on this camcorder. We want to go to the widget tab, and we want to select, what is it, Peppermint 10 Red Dark. That is the one that we want, if I can find it. I'm sure you could select pretty much any of these, but that is the one that we are going to select. We'll apply it. And the next one that we need to do is menus, accessories, wallpaper. We need to change the wallpaper. Told it to apply. Did it actually apply? I will give it a minute. It's funny, right when I stop the camera is when it starts working, but we go to wallpapers, and we do need to change it. Presumably, the reason why we're doing this is because the existing stuff is going to be deleted at some point during this upgrade, because I know that we are going to have to delete a bunch of packages in a few steps. We need Peppermint 10. Is that the one that we're looking for? Yes. I try my best to fall over. Hit the apply button. And we'll give it a minute. This next step will need to be run as yourself and not root. So if you logged in as root, you will need to open up a new terminal. If you're just using sudo, do not use sudo for this. But we need to edit our desktop configuration file. We need to go all the way down, probably not all the way down, but we do need to find the GTK area in here, which is right here. And make sure that everything matches what it should. That is what you need to add to the bottom of the file, or the bottom of the GTK area. That should be the only thing that you need to change. If it didn't change, you do need to change this to Peppermint 10 Red Dark. So we'll save that. And move on to the next step. Alright, back to root, because next up is a long list of packages. I'll put this in the video description, just so you don't have to try and squint and read all this stuff. The next step will be to get rid of a bunch of now no longer needed packages. Again, I'll post a list in the description of these. Okay, now we need to update the initial RAM file system. For the current running kernel, that's what the U is, and the K, all, stands for all other kernels that are installed. And before I did that, I actually ran an auto remove to get rid of all of the excess kernels, because there were probably about 7 or 8 of them, and that would make this command take forever. So if you got an auto remove list that looks kind of big, you might want to run the same as well, apt auto remove, before running this command here. Alright, I'm a dumbass. The command is actually this. That's a lot better. The next command, again, you shouldn't need to run with root privileges. It should just work, and it should actually be fairly quick, in theory. Or maybe it'll just break everything. You probably really don't need to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway, since it's just to do that. I guess that's for adding something to the desktop. Although it doesn't seem to have actually worked. Either way, something for Firefox send. Now the last step is to go into the text editor. If we can find it here. I believe it's under accessories. Text editor. We'll go under edit, preferences, and we should select theme. make sure that the theme is set to peppermint. So we'll scroll down. Theme is set to peppermint as such. You could always check, use dark theme variant if possible. I'm going to, just because it looks better, although I don't think it's really going to matter. And that's it. You're now running Peppermint 10, so you can perform all your customizations and everything that you want. The other thing that you can do, because the only other difference between Peppermint 9 and 10 is that Peppermint 10 uses the hardware enablement, or HWE, rolling kernel. I'm not going to, and I'm going to suggest you don't, because it introduces the very real possibility of breaking things. So let's go ahead and get out of everything and shut the machine off. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please do feel free to leave them down below. And this is CP666 signing off. Hope to see you next time. Till then.